I was trying to think of a quotation or something to open, and I remember that Eleanor Roosevelt said she was honored because a rose had been named after her, and she said she was honored until she found out the planting instructions, which were not very good in a bed, but works fine up against a wall. First poem is entitled Spawn of Alma. Now I'm going to work on that one now. I have two very short stories that I just made up yesterday and today. This one I just finished. My father and I fought constantly, only to make up and fight again. It was almost like we were married. I resembled him so much, looking at him was like looking at a mirror of the future. Then over a period of 6 months, Alzheimer's invaded his body like the United States invaded Vietnam and Iraq. You could knock all you wanted, but his soul had abandoned its home, and me as well. Once that genie is out of the bottle, not even God can put it back. Never has, never will. I found it difficult to visit him at the rest home because the electrical current between us was broken, and also he embarrassed me. Why, lately he thinks he's the Vice President of the United States and I'm his driver. He said, "Boy, get the damn car." If it were not for the fact that he's black, sick, and my father, I would swear he was racist. Monday afternoon I arrived and he was napping. I nodded off myself into an epiphany, realizing for the first time in his life he was really happy, not concerned with bills, job, or any responsibilities. All of my problems were created by comparing him to who he used to be and will never be again. He woke up and said, "Boy, get the damn car. There's a tie vote in the Senate. I'm going to break it. But first, I've got to eat." After a great lunch at a local restaurant, the waitress said, "How was everything?" I answered, "Wonderful. It's not every day you get to eat with the Vice President of the United States." This is called falsetto. Sweetening the urban breeze every day at 5 p.m. was the pure falsetto of the black man in the sharkskin suit with a Panama hat. His voice so tender it would make Smokey Robinson throw 3 coins down a wishing well. He sang to his dog, who guided him safely around all obstructions and across intersections, allowing him to relax and serenade the city. One day 5 p.m. arrived and he did not. We waited and waited, and long after we left, our ears were haunted by what they did not hear. The next morning we noticed a short article about a car running a light and a dog leaping to shield his blind master. At 5:15 we saw him walk past with only the tap, tap, tapping of his cane breaking the silence. This is an old one. Scars. Standing pensively in my shower, taking careful inventory of my scars, lacerations from evening news caused me to waken to wounds fresh and bleeding. My skin is the conscience of the world. The latest developed like a Polaroid, lighter than my complexion, symbolizing shifting sands of Iraq and U.S. reasons for invasion, changing faster than kaleidoscope tiles, from terrorism to weapons of mass destruction to Iraqi liberation. What we really need is liberation from manipulation in the name of patriotism. Scabbed darkly is Darfur, where emaciated people watch the dust cloud of approaching killers, with not even a cell phone among them to summon help. But when they have one, no one answers. The large discoloration on my back is Rwanda, pleading the question, how many Africans can fall in a forest before the world hears? The answer, 800,000. The purple welts on my legs are Bosnia, where women's thighs were pried apart as genocidal warfare strategy. No one cared because even though European, they were still Muslims. The 6 million crawling consecutive numbers crowding my arms are holocaustic tattoos of terror. Remember, we did not get involved for their sake. Pearl is not a traditionally Jewish surname. An elongated scarification of Cambodia circumferences my head, because my brain cannot comprehend 25% of a people dying enmeshed in the gears of American war politics without ever being the enemy. A map of Vietnam semicircles my heart because I was a participant. Somebody please tell me why I lacked the courage to exile myself to Montreal. I would have served my country more proudly as an outlaw. Standing in the shadows of my shower, furiously scrubbing, turning the water up hotter and hotter, but stains keep leaking out from within. This world needs a new Messiah, not to save it from some future hell, but to rescue it from the one we are burning in right now. We need a 21st century Jesus, nailed to the side of a Tomahawk cruise missile. God, please send her while there is something still worth saving. Last one, very short. This is new. My cold tears will track you down. Though I'm not alive, my cold tears will track you down. They will trickle and flow, even through a forest fire, resistant to evaporation, deader than the Dead Sea, with an undertow. They seek not the ocean, but their creator, you. Thank you very much.